Ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Magandang araw Pilipinas, magandang araw Soxergen. Sa ngalan ni Presidential Communications Office Secretary Attorney Cheloy Garafil, Philippine Information Agency Director General Jose Torres Jr. at PIA-12 Regional Director Fryan Abquilan. Ako si Oliver Rivera at ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. This communication initiative aims to enhance public understanding and engagement on the programs and projects of implementing agencies at the grassroots level. The activity further aims to amplify the policies and accomplishments of each featured department, consistent with the mandate of the administration's Bagong Pilipinas governance and leadership agenda. And for our 7th episode, bawat rehiyon sa bansa ay sabay-sabay na pag-uusapan ang mga programa, proyekto at inisyatibo ng Department of Tourism o DOT. Makakasama natin ang DOT upang ilahad ang kanilang mga nagawa, ginagawa at gagawin pa sa ilalim ng Marcos administration. Tayo po ay naka-live stream sa Facebook pages ng PIA at ng DOT. Please like and follow these pages para maging updated po tayo. Pwede din kayo mag-comment ng inyong mga katanungan at babasahin po natin yan mamaya. At wag na po nating patagalin pa. To kick things off, our guest for this episode is none other than the Assistant Regional Director of DOT Soxergen. Let us all welcome ARD Armin Hautea. Sir, ang inyong pagbati po muna sa ating mga manonood.
Po, mabuhay at isang magandang umaga po sa lahat ng nakikinig at nagpa-follow sa ating kapihan dito sa Philippine Information Agency at mula po sa Department of Tourism, Region 12, led by our Regional Director Nelia R. Arena, and of course sa pambansang pamunuan po natin sa Department of Tourism led by our very dynamic Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco. Isang mainit at masayang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Sir, kami po ay nagagalak dahil pinaunlakan po ninyo ang aming imbitasyon. Kamusta po kayo, sir? Alam natin, busy-busy ang Department of Tourism lately kasi napakaraming conventions, activities dito man sa Mindanao or maging sa national ang ginagawa at pinangungunahan po ng DOT, sir.
Totoo po yun, Oliver. Ang ating regional offices po kasi is napaka-limited lang po yung ating mga tao. But of course, we were able to again do our mandate and deliver the services of the Department of Tourism. So allow me magkwento ng konti because our office is located together in a building together with two government agencies natin, national agencies. At napapansin po ng mga tricycle drivers na nagbibiyahe po doon, tumatambay, na sabi niya, ang certain naman ng Department of Tourism kasi parang wala kayong ginagawa. Ano po kasi sabi nila, yung dalawang agencies, nakapila po yung kanilang mga kliyente.
Walk-in clients.
Mga walk-in clients. Ganito po kasi sa Department of Tourism, kung mapansin po natin, kami po ang lumalapit, kami po ang lumalabas at pumupunta sa ating mga constituents. We are bringing our services accessible to the constituent kung saan kabundukan, dinadala po namin yung aming mga programa doon. Kaya po wala po masyadong pumupunta sa aming offices because kami po yung lumalabas at pumupunta sa ating mga stakeholders.
Opo. Sir, speaking of this, first question ko, para sa kaalaman po ng lahat, to give a quick briefer lang po, ano po ang mandato ng Department of Tourism?
Sige po, allow me to pasilip-silip sa aking kodigo. Of course, as enshrined in the Republic Act 9594 or yung Tourism Act of 2009, the Department of Tourism shall be the primary planning, programming, coordinating, implementing, and regulatory government agency in the development and promotions of tourism. And in that so, we are working with our other agencies, no, kasi napakalawak po ng turismo and for us to perpetuate our programs and projects, we have really to work with other government agencies. I would like to emphasize yung essence po ng aming mandate is yung po yung pag-instill in the Filipino, the industries, fundamental importance in the generation of employment, investment, and foreign exchange. So we are implementing our programs again in order for us to spread the benefits of tourism, especially doon sa mga host communities po natin. So because we would like to bring together all our stakeholders in making the Philippine tourism in general na magiging hindi lang po tayo tourism hub, but we would like to bring our tourism na magiging very competitive, sustainable, and resilient and become the tourism powerhouse of Asia.
Sir, sa punto pong ito, bago tayo pumunta sa iba pang mga katanungan, sabay-sabay po tayong mamangha sa ganda ng Rehiyon 12.
Sige po, panoorin po natin.
Panoorin po natin ito. Talagang napakaganda ng Sorsogon Region at lahat ng probinsya ay may maitatampok na world-class tourist destination. Mula sa naggagandahang beaches, mga bundok, masasarap na pagkain at syempre yung warm hospitality ng mga residente ng Rehiyon 12. Sir Armin, one of the main thrusts of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is to further boost po yung country's tourism industry. Atin na pong alamin ang inyong accomplishments under the Marcos administration, sir. To give our viewers an idea po, sir, kamusta yung tourist arrivals natin sa Region 12?
Salamat, Oliver. And again, ituloy ko ng konti video na may nakalimutan ako because sinabi ko kanina that we are bringing our services down to our stakeholders because this is our contribution to the campaign of the Bagong Pilipinas, ano po, that is making our services very accessible to our clients. Okay po, one of the indicators po naman na gumaganda na po ang ating turismo is yung ating tinatawag na tourist arrivals natin. So we have two kinds. We have the overnight and the day tourists. And we are giving emphasis doon po sa ating overnight tourists because they are staying at least one night in our area. Ano po? So the longer they stay in our place, the more money that they are going to spend for the services na inavail nila sa ating lugar. So kung mapansin natin for 2019, umabot na po tayo sa overnight natin. Emphasis po tayo sa overnight. Almost 2 million po tayo. But again, bigla po siyang na-hamper because of the pandemic in 2020. From 2021 to 2022, dahan-dahan po tayo nag-regain. Kung mapansin natin, ang laki ng increase, mga 34%. And in 2022, doon po biglang lumakas at umabot tayo ng 63.36% increase. And in 2023, medyo nag-level off na siya at but still we gain increase to 7.26%. Kung mapansin po natin, tingnan po natin yung ating tourist arrival sa first quarter of 2024. Kung mapansin po natin, doon po tayo sa increase compared to the first quarter in 2023. ano po, umabot na po tayo ng more than 2 million sa same-day tourists and more than 360 million sa overnight tourists. That is almost more or less 35% increase pagdating po sa day tourists and more than 24% naman po pagdating sa overnight tourists. That shows talagang humihirit po yung ating turismo sa mga panahon na ito.
Sir, speaking of same-day tourists, ito yung mga pass-by lang po, no?
Opo, yung one day lang po sila, pumunta sa isang lugar, they enjoyed our attractions, services, and then umuwi po sila pagkahapon.
Sir, yung visitor arrival trend naman po natin.
So far po, kung tingnan yung pinakita po natin kanina, talagang increasing po siya. Ganito po kasi yung ating lugar, we have still a lot of things to be explored pa. Napakarami pa po nating mga tourism sites and activities na hindi pa po na-maximize. So kaya po talagang increasing because our capacity to accept visitors is talagang malaki pa po. Besides that, our stakeholders, yung ating mga local government units, yung ating mga private sectors, ay talaga pong ginagawa ang lahat upang mapaganda at mapabilis at magiging competitive po yung ating mga tourism facilities and mga infrastructure po natin to make yung visit in Region 12 more, tawag nating memorable. Kaya po nakakakuha po tayo ng interest from outside the region as far as Metro Manila, yung ating mga bisita sa ating lugar.
Sir, yung most visited destinations po natin based on the data of DOT po.
Sige po, kung makikita po natin, yan po ang contribution ng ating mga LGUs. So as a destination, we have the Glan because of course Glan is a weekend getaway natin. Mga beach, marami tayong mga beach facilities sa Glan. Of course, General Santos City being the gateway natin. Dumadaan po halos lahat ng mga turista natin from the airport and by land. Lake Cebu as the cultural destinations natin. And we have Maasim for diving naman po ang Maasim natin. Esperanza, nagugulat tayo. We have this hot and cold spring resort in Marquez. No, it's very rare that a hot and cold spring in one place exists na. And Alabel, of course, in operation na rin po kasi yung bagong gawa natin na Ladul Beach Resort. Tacorong City, we have that Baras Bird Sanctuary. Napaka-rare siya because it's located within the city limits yung ating sanctuary. And Magpet, of course, because of their maupot and again, their trail towards the peak of Mount Apo. And Coronadal City as the gateway or the service center of South Cotabato. And Bagumbayan, kadidiscover po natin ng ating Bansada Eco Park sa Bagumbayan. Okay po, in general po, yan po ang ating mga tinatawag na mga tourist generator po natin.
Opo, ARD, balikan natin, backtrack tayo konti. For the year 2022, ano po yung major accomplishments ng iyong opisina? Kasama po dito, sir, yung pag-develop ninyo ng sinasabi nating tourism circuits. Ano po ba ito, sir?
Okay po. Kasi po, kung titingnan natin, during 2019 talaga pong hirit na po yung ating mga activities for tourism at nakikita natin sa trend na talagang we are increasing pagdating sa tourist arrivals. So, but nung dumating yung 2020 kung saan na hinto, close lahat, and the first to be affected ang tourism. So, lahat close. So medyo tumagal at medyo natulog yung ating mga sites and destinations. So we have to do is to validate yung ating mga tourist attractions if they are still ready to accept visitors na ba. So we conducted these validations and we validate kung okay pa yung ating mga tourism circuits. So itong circuits po is a series of ano tawag nito? Tourism sites natin usually by theme or by geographical location. So we are connecting one tourist attraction to another tourist attraction. So yung activities at mga experiences po are varied. And also it is easy for our clients or other tourists to access because it is already prepared in a series of travels natin siya. Ano po? So, ang ginawa po natin yung validation together with our local government units and private sectors, of course, because we have really to tell people that is ready or kung ano pa yung mga kulang na dapat nating ayusin sa ating mga tourism sites.
Sir, 2022 nagkaroon din po ng jet ski competition, first ever.
Yes. Actually po, medyo kabado tayo because medyo mahigpit pa ang ating mga protocols that time, but we are looking towards we have to communicate that we are slowly opening yung ating tourism by an activity that we can again observe yung tinatawag nating mga protocols, especially yung ating mga physical distancing. So this activity, this is sponsored by one jet ski organizations natin dito sa based in General Santos City. Their venue was Sarangani Province. Ano po, with all the observations of the environmental rules or mga laws natin imposed by the PAMBI, we were able to assist and facilitate the conduct of the jet ski competition. It is the first leg competition that culminated into a national competition. So ang mga winners po natin dyan ay nagko-contest din outside sa international mga jet ski competitions.
Opo, sir, you already mentioned yung tourism circuits natin. Meron po tayong 16 tourism circuits na na-develop dito
Yes,
sa Soc-Sargen. Ano po ito, sir?
Okay po, yung circuits na di-develop, sinabi ko kanina that this circuits is being developed according to theme or geographical geographical locations ng ating mga tourism attractions. So we have these flavors of Socs. Okay? Again, pag sinabi natin flavors, pagkain po yun. So we are very rich naman sa mga pagkain because we are diverse culture. Ang pumupunta po dito, mga residents po natin ng Region 12 came from all over the Philippines. Ano po, nadala-dala yung sariling mga kultura, lalo na po sa pagkain. So we have also the Tao Socs or itong tinatawag nating culture. Ito po yung isa sa mga premier product po natin, isang cultural tourism.
Yes.
Because it is already distinct na hindi mo makikita sa ibang lugar. So pag sinabi mong, we are recognized na pag sinabi mong cultural tourism should be Soc-Sargen or Region 12 kaagad po yon. Okay, so Socs Farms Tours, alam natin farms, it's farm tourism. So we have accredited a lot of farm tourisms that are offering mga experiences sa farm.
Fruit picking,
yes,
ganyan.
pati na po yung mga harvesting, paano tinatanim, because it's tawag nito, an experience that will give appreciation to our farmers. No, paano ba ginagawa? Paano pinoproduce yung ating pagkain? We have the tuna champions, alam natin, and the champions, again, that's in General Santos City, featuring the tuna industry, and of course, yung ating pambansang kamao, Manny Pacquiao. We have also the Lake Cebu Tours. Alam na alam, ito po yung isa sa mga pinagyayabang natin dito sa Region 12. Lake Holon Tours, opo, and din the Sarangani Beach Tours. Asik-asik Tours, although si Asik-asik as of now ay talagang inaayos pa po para magiging safe ang pagpunta natin doon. River tubing in Maitom, and then Matigol Falls in Arakan in North Cotabato. Okay. And we have also the La Palmira Tours sa Columbia, Sultan Kudarat. Sarbi Dive Circuit, again in Maasim. And the Kalipa Dive Circuit, kadugtong po ito ng Sarangani Dive. Of course, ito yung the coastal towns po ng Sultan Kudarat natin, the Palimbang, Kalamansig, and Libak. And the Tres Andanas Tours, of course, that the hinterlands of the province of Sultan Kudarat, and the Sultan Kudarat foothills that includes, of course, the Bansada in Bagumbayan, Sultan Kudarat.
Opo. Last year po, ARD, napakarami ding big events ang hinost and first time ginawa dito sa Soc-Sargen. Ano naman po yung key accomplishments natin for 2023 naman po?
Again po, in the opening of our tourism, again, we need something like a big bang, kumbaga, no? Yes. Just to let the people of other areas na, we are ready na. So we did, medyo kabado because this is one of the, sabi natin, medyo risky na isang activity, which is the motorism.
Motorism?
So, yes, ito po.
Okay.
So it's more than 720 kilometers na loop, no, starting from General Santos City down to Palimbang, coastal areas po natin in Sultan Kudarat. We cross Maguindano because we would like also to carry via OP down to Cotabato City and North Cotabato and back to Sultan Kudarat, Takurong, and then back
South
to
Cotabato and General Santos.
Yes, so tuloy-tuloy po siya. So isang ano po nito because we requested the presence of the motorism, tawag natin dito, mga ambassadress po ng motorism ng Department of Tourism, si Miss Jet Li, ang laki po kasi ng kanyang influence because of ang dami niyang fans. So we were able to send signal to the world, not only in the Philippines, na we are ready to accept. We are safe to travel and all the protocols for the, tawag natin, because of the pandemic, ay talagang nailagay na po natin, na-set up natin sa lahat ng ating mga tourism sites.
Sir, we are now in the second semester of 2024. So far po, ano po yung nagawa na natin sa DOT Region 12 for the first 6 months?
Okay po, balikan natin konti ang ating 2023, napakasaya din po because napakarami din pong ganap, kumbaga, sa ating isa po ito yung participation natin sa mga international travel fairs, no? Like the Philippine Travel Mart, at hindi natin mapagkaila na tayo ang naging center of attraction during that time. We won the 3 major awards. The 3 major awards na ubos po yun lahat ng ng Region 12. Okay, kasama po natin dyan, of course, ang ating mga stakeholders, especially yung ating mga provincial and municipal local government units natin. At ipapagpatuloy po natin yan this coming September na naman. Nasimulan po natin yan, not only yung ating participation, but we organized the Treasures of SOX that was conducted in Robinson, Manila.
Yes.
Again, surprisingly, dinumog po yung ating displays, yung ating showcase, and we were able to generate more than 5 million on-the-spot sales, no? Ang coffee po ng Sultan Kudarat ang namayagpag sa sales, no? That's more than 3 million pesos yung ating na-generate.
For the coffee alone also?
For the coffee alone lang po. Kasama po natin, of course, ang mga light agencies like the Department of Tourism, pasensya, may nakalimutan ako, TESDA, kasama po natin dyan. DA, of course, especially represented by the ATI, kasama po natin sila, NEDA, of course, because this is lahat ng naman ng ating activities ay sinusuportahan ng ating Regional Development Council 12.
Sir, meron Soc-Sargent Tourism Investment Forum?
Yes po. We did conducted before 2019 one investment forum at hindi kaagad siya nasundan because of the pandemic. And this year, so during the Treasures of SOX, then last June, we did a one-day Soc-Sargent investment forum attended by kasama po natin lahat ng ating mga stakeholders dito sa it was attended by Governor Pax Manguindanao because they are establishing their eco park investment park sa dyan sa Takurong, and he himself presented those to our mga investors in Metro Manila. No? Maraming investors ang dumating, and as of now, they already gave their intention to us na they wanted to visit our place. And that is very good because yung sinasabi natin, to see is to believe, kasi mahirap magsalita na we are this good pag hindi talaga nila na-experience ang ating lugar.
To see is to believe.
Yes, to see is to believe.
Speaking of this, sir, meron ding ginawa na Philippine Experience Program, Soc-Sargent Leg.
Yes, that is of course one of the tawag natin na pet project of our Secretary Cristina Frasco. Ang purpose po niya talaga is that ang wish po talaga ni Secretary is to really promote yung mga less traveled areas, no, because she believes that meron po naman talaga tayong maipagmamalaki. So ito yung Philippine experience that she attended full, no. This is the the 9th Philippine experience na nangyari, but the good thing here is that Secretary Frasco completed the 3-day event. No? Nandun talaga sa for the whole, and she was able to visit the whole region, the 4 provinces natin, Sarangani, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, and Cotabato Province. Tinapos po talaga yun siya ni Secretary. And she was mesmerized, talagang na-appreciate niya that she committed to provide us funding mga projects natin, especially the tourism TRS natin. No? So may dalawa po, may ongoing po tayo sa Sultan Kudarat isa, and again, God willing, we will have again that in Lake Cebu and in North Cotabato. That is all through the, again, ni Secretary Frasco sa
Sino yung mga kasama dito sa PEP, sir?
The purpose is again to open, again to promote mga less travel destinations natin. Kaya si Secretary Frasco encouraged na maisama yung mga participants coming from the embassies dito na based in Manila and in Mindanao, and of course yung mga influencers natin from mga bloggers natin, travel and tours, yung mga national associations natin. So for them also to experience gaano kaganda yung ating region, and sila yung sabi natin magbebenta ng ating region sa tourism market natin.
Opo. Sir, also part of the mandate of DOT is yung tourism industry training. Ano po ito?
Okay po. To be competitive naman po, we need to really train our frontliners, yung ating mga nagtatrabaho sa ating mga support services and facilities, and also to the communities who are offering tour guiding services sa ating mga bisita. So kung mapansin po natin, napakaraming training programs from 2018, ang dami na pong regular at saka yung special programs natin. We call that the Tourism Industry Skills Program natin. Although limited, but we were able to conduct maraming training programs. At in 2023, we were able to train more than 7,000 industry players natin. Again, ang purpose natin is to develop their skills, not only their skills, but the right attitude in delivering excellent services sa ating mga turista. Kasi po, kaya nga po tayo ang nagiging masyadong sikat sa international market, aside from our tourist attractions, yung atin pong mga tao na po, because they are trained and they are our parang expressions of hospitality. So kailangan po natin ng mga trained industry workers.
Sinasabi natin, sir, Filipino brand of service.
Opo. Ito po ang ating pinatawag na talagang number 1 training programs na pinupurso at nililid po nating Secretary Frasco, because we have to standardize the services of the everywhere. Para bang kung kahit saan ka pumupunta, dapat we quality services. And that is our brand, services, the Filipino brand. And again, we develop yung gesture of hospitality natin, yung ating brand. Itong sinasabi nating mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
Ang kamay sa dibdib, and then you smile and welcome by saying mabuhay. Because when we say mabuhay, we are wishing, again, yung ating mga bisita, goodwill, no? Lahat na po ng mga magbubuting bagay ay naisasama at na-express natin through the word mabuhay at ang kamay sa dibdib. Like saying, from my heart, from the bottom of my heart, from my heart to yours, mabuhay and welcome to our region.
Opo. Sir, meron din pong programa ang DOT yung tinatawag natin na Standards Development and Enforcement. Connected dito sa sinasabi natin na mga Filipino brand of service. Kamusta naman po ito? Kabilang po dito yung accreditation ng DOT, sinasabi DOT accredited establishments. Kamusta na po? Ilan na po yung DOT accredited establishments natin sa Region 12, and paano po ba makapa-accredit sa DOT?
Sige po, babalikan ko ng konti. Sinabi ko kanina that sa mandate po namin, we are one of the regulatory agencies in the tourism. So sa tourism po, hindi lang po kagandahan ang binibida natin, because tourism is, sinasabi natin, it's a total package of experience. So how could we experience a certain tourist attractions natin and services if we don't have a standard to be followed? Dapat may standard. So kaya nga sinusuportahan ito sa ng FBSE, a standard of again, delivering the services of our support facilities. It is only through accreditation that we were able to, ano tawag nito, enforce all the rules and regulations in the operations of tourism services and facilities, like mga hotels natin, restaurants, and other services, travel and tours.
Mga resorts.
So kailangan natin sila i-accredit because we have to check, because we have a set of criteria, we have to check that they were able to comply all the requirements in the operations ng mga tourism establishments. So,
Ilan na po, sir?
As of the in 2023, we were able to accredit 187 establishments spread all over the region. Of course, ang karamihan po ay nasa General Santos City, especially yung sa accommodation facilities natin.
187.
187. But again, this number, no, first quarter pa lang po ng taon in 2024 ay naabot na po natin because we were able to accredit more than 100 community guides in Tibuli and Lake Cebu. No?
Okay.
So the Tibuli, the community guide natin is a product of our community guiding training. No, kasi you could not be accredited as a community or a tour guide without undergoing the training of the DOT, and that training includes, of course, yung ating Filipino brand of service excellence.
Sir, ituloy po natin dun sa accreditation po. Ilan yung primary tourism establishments po natin?
Ano natin, no, yung primary kasi includes yung ating accommodation facilities, travel and tours, MICE organizers, and mga tour guides. Kasama po yan sila. So, in 2023, nasa 145 na po sila.
Okay.
And in 2022, is nasa 130 because we were just, ano tawag dito, nag-uumpisa.
Yeah.
So, nire-review ulit natin kasi kailangan talaga natin maripaso, ma-inspect at ma-ensure that they are ready to accept visitors na. So, no, kaya dahan-dahan po yung ating mga campaign for accreditation. Again, we would like to extend our appreciation for the efforts of our local government units natin through the local tourism office natin, yung mga tourism officers natin, for the support for the accreditation campaign ng Department of Tourism.
Opo. Sir, meron po kayong Tourism Road Infrastructure Project or sinasabi natin na TRIP. Opo. Ano pong mga tourism sites sa region yung nakabenepisyo na po sa inyong programa and ongoing pa po ba ito, sir?
Opo, ongoing na po ito siya. This is a convergence program po natin with the Department of Public Works and Highways natin. Maraming salamat po sa ating DPWH 12. Again, ang purpose po nito kasi ang ating mga tourism sites and activities could not really function up to the potential, no? So the full potentials niya. If one part of the tourism, or one part of the support facilities and infrastructure is hindi siya maganda. Okay, so the purpose is to provide access, not only access, but safe access of tourists to our tourist destinations and attractions natin. So, the Department of Tourism Force and Convergence with the Department of Public Works and Highways being the implementing agency. So, we are partnering with our local government units, provincial and municipal LGUs natin in identifying, may criteria po tayo doon. Hindi lang po basta tinuturo natin.
Na
kalsadahan na lang kaagad. Pag sinabi kalsadahan, meron po tayong mga criteria like number one natin that compose 40% of the criteria is the tourist arrival, showing na talagang marami nang pumupunta. So,
yung foot traffic.
Foot traffic po natin doon. So pag marami nang pumupunta, parang kailangan na siya. So isa po yan sa mga criteria. So with the help of our local government units, we were able to identify mga tourism roads na tinatawag natin, which we submitted to the DPWH for their funding. No? We have the National TWG to evaluate pa. Hindi lang naman talaga tayo dito sa region, but it is being evaluated and reviewed by the National TWG composed of the Office of the Secretary ng DOT at saka Secretary po ng DPWH. Okay. So we were able to facilitate more than
isa-isahin natin, sir.
Oh.
Sige po, isa-isahin natin, sir.
Ito po yung mga ongoing natin, kung makita natin, nakikita nyo sa In 2024 po, we have 4 projects na kukunti lang po ngayon because marami na po kasi tayong natapos. So we have another one leading to Kirongdong Waterfalls in Magpet. Na po, may 70 million po sila this year. Ito po yung leading to Busagan Falls in Malungon. Okay po. So we have again 50 million to start. We have the leading to Bukay Falls in Kiamba, may 50 million po sila. Road leading to Malagap Underground River in Banisilan. Ang ganda po ng lugar. At tapos na rin po yata yung kanilang management plan because we could not operate a cave without the management plan being prepared by the DENR. So para masundan po natin on how to take care and preserve the area kasi hindi pwedeng basta na lang papasukan natin yung lugar. Safety and then the preservation and protection po ng ating mga tourist resources po natin sa lugar. So meron po tayong 4 and a lot po from Alyusan, Makilala, Kidapawan City, and again in Arakan, Kabakan, and Malungon. And here in Sarangani, may ongoing pa po tayo sa Alabel, itong leading to Kawas Beach, may 5 million pa po sila. And again, in Lake Cebu, marami po talaga sa Lake Cebu before, almost mga 5 projects po tayo doon.
15 million.
May 15 million po sila, another 20 million allocated for Tibuli. Ito yung tinatapos po leading to our, leading to Salakapi and Lacunon. Sa Salakapi po, yun po yung starting point po for that trek to Lake Colon. So isa po yan sa mga sikat na mga attraction natin sa Lake Cebu. In SNA po, o yung Senator Ninoy Aquino, yung leading, dadaasan yung Lagbasan Cave. As of now, yung Lagbasan Cave po natin ay talagang controlled. Hindi po basta-basta pumasok doon because as of now, it is classified as Class 1 na supposedly is bawal. But again, with the facilitation of the province of Sultan Kudarat and the ENR, they are trying to convert it into Class 2 so it would be open for ecotourism. Again, controlled po talaga pagdating po sa mga caves. Hindi po basta-basta and we need to coordinate with the proper authorities sa local, especially sa LGUs in exploring our cave resources.
Summary po, sir, nung trip natin?
Okay po. So, all in all, we were able to facilitate 55 projects, no? With more or less 210 kilometers na po yung ating mga ongoing natapos at including na po yung 2024 natin na projects. So more than 7 billion po yung na-facilitate natin na funding. Marami pa po tayong mga proposals coming from our local government units. Ongoing po yung evaluation natin sa national for funding naman for 2025.
I believe meron po tayong video for the trip. Let us all watch this.
Sige po, para makita po natin kung paano po i-facilitate.
Mapapatunayan talaga kapag pumunta sila dito kung gaano kaganda ng daanan as well as ng tanawin.
Dako kaayong kalipay sa mga katauhan.
Karon nga siminto na, daghan na ang mga turista makasulod.
Lugay na kayo nga panahon nang andoy mi sir nga masiminto gini among dalan sir.
Cotabato Province is aptly called as the last frontier of SOX region. Most of our vast mountainous landscape have yet to be explored. But with the Tourism Road Infrastructure Project, slowly we are opening and showing to the world the hidden beauty of our paradise.
Cotabato Province being a landlocked province, some of our areas are hilly, slopey, mountainous, especially our eco destinations which are located in the remote areas have difficult accessibility.
If the roads are not accessible, going to these tourism sites, we cannot assure the safety of our tourists. It's very challenging to promote a tourist attraction and hard to get a word-of-mouth promotion from our own tourists if these roads are really not accessible.
The National Tourism Development Plan po natin specifies for the development of a tourism infrastructure program. It involves convergence with our infrastructure agency, the Department of Public Works and Highways. For short, it is known as the Tourism Road Infrastructure Program or TRIP. So, ang project po natin is really intended to provide safe and convenient access to our tourism sites.
Definitely, these road projects boost our socio-economic development in this part of the country.
It's a very holistic approach. It doesn't just help the tourists to be given a very accessible road, but the community itself are well benefited of the project.
At hindi mahirap yung daanan kahit na kung titignan natin, sasabihin nila lubak-lubak. Ngunit mapapatunayan talaga kapag pumunta sila dito kung gaano kaganda ng daanan as well as ng tanawin.
Babalik at babalik po kami dito. Kasama na po namin ang aming mga kaibigan. As you can see po, yung nasa likod po namin is napakaganda talaga. And sana po pumunta po kayo dito and worth it po lahat ng pagpunta nyo dito.
Sang una sir, lisod kaayo nga wala pa siminto, tapos nga mag-ulan gani, lisod kaayo may magpagawa sa among produkto. Kay karosa lamang gud ang makaagi dire. Karon gisiminto na okay na kaayo. Kung halimbawa wala may sakyanan, butang lang namo dire among baligya. May sakyanan naman gaagi, makarga naman makaabot na dito sa palengke.
Sa una, sa balay lang ko, wala ko trabaho, bantay lang kong mga bata. Tapos akong bana, construction worker lang. Kulang kayo ang amo ang pang-adlaw-adlaw. Nagpasalamat ko kay niabot ang opportunity, nahimo kong tour guide. Sa isa ka semana, maka-tour guide ko og kaduha.
Nagpasalamat gyud ako sa project, labi na sa ato ang kalsada nga paingon diri sa tourism destination sa Barangay New Israel. Dako kaayong kalipay sa mga katawhan kay madali na nila pagdalang ilang mga products nga mabaligya.
The Department of Public Works and Highways 12 as the construction and engineering arm of the government will continue to
Congratulations, ARD Armin at sa Department of Tourism Region 12 sa inyong mga accomplishments. Sa ngayon po, ano naman po yung mga aabangan ng ating mga kababayan mula sa inyong opisina for the coming years or yung ways forward po natin?
Yeah, thank you, Oliver. Again, this time, aside doon sa mga events and activities na ginagawa ng ating mga local government units like festivals, and in the development of a lot more tourism sites natin sa mga community. The Department of Tourism is again looking forward to the completion or launching of the Regional Tourism Development Plan. This will be our the stakeholders Bible in really perpetuating mga development projects natin sa tourism-related development projects natin dito sa ating region. So again, isa sa mga gawain talaga natin is again to develop more tourism products para every day, every year, meron tayong mga bagong attractions na experiences na pwedeng i-offer sa ating mga kliyente is to the enhancement and development of premium tourism experiences natin. Kailangan natin i-elevate, i-improve pa yung mga services na magiging world-class yung ating mga experiences dito sa region. So we will be looking with that and working with the private sector as well as, of course, sa ating mga local government units natin. Again, promotion of the meetings, incentives, and conferences and events or exhibitions because we are positioning Coronadal City and of course General Santos City owing to the mga facilities na nandito sa atin that can accommodate thousands of mga events. Ano po? So we will be promoting more of the MICE because of the income potentials ng ating mga local stakeholders pag meron tayong mga events. And we will continue again, of course, magiging part na talaga sa mga major activities natin ang Tourism Investments Forum natin. This is again to invite more investors na pumunta sa ating lugar and then improve our tourism facilities and services. We will continue, of course, participating to international and local, domestic events and mga travel fairs natin, especially the Philippine Travel Mart, which is considered as one of the biggest travel fair kung saan natin nami-meet yung ating mga markets, no? Kung saan ang mga major market players are also presenting the products. This coming October or November, we will have the ABPERS conference. This is, we have to expect 100% foreigners, those people who are staying in Japan. This ABPERS conference is being conducted only in Japan, but again, they considered to bring it to General Santos City when our regional director, Nelia Arena, represented our region during the conference in Beipo, Japan. No? So they were able to, again, convince na why not go to the Philippines for, again, another adventure. No? Okay, so we will be supporting the conduct of the ATOP convention here in South Cotabato, hosted by the province of South Cotabato.
Itong ATOP, sir, is...
this is an association of the tourism officers of the Philippines, so expect more than 1,000 people that will be coming to South Cotabato, not only South Cotabato, because there are activities that are also hosted by the province of Sultan Kudarat, General Santos Cities, and mga LGUs natin dito sa lugar. So they will be moving around, and I know they will be surprised how beautiful our region is. And again, we will continue to facilitate infrastructure development project. No? As of now nga, on the pipeline na, approve na yung facilities that will be constructed by the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority doon po sa TISA, in short, doon po sa La Palmira Ridge. Okay po, yan sa effort po ng ating provincial government assisted by the our Congressman Bayrihan sa Kaluran. Okay, we will have also assist in the operations ng ating mga TRS once the tourism rest areas once they are implemented na. Again, the trip, the very important natin, no, ang dami pa kasi nating mga lugar na dapat mabigyan ng ganitong mga programa. We will be, again, one more exciting things to be watch naman is the convergence program natin with TESDA. No, that is again our support, no, to make our services and our manpower po sa ating mga tourism establishments and community na ma-improve yung ating services doon sa mga facilities natin is the training of our people, no, yung ating mga industry manpower natin. So expect a convergence program with TESDA for this.
So talagang marami pang aabangan ng ating mga mamamayan, hindi lang dito sa Soxurgen, kundi sa buong bansa sa i-offer ng SOX Tourism. Sir, nitong mga nakalipas na taon, nakakabawi na yung tourism sector natin sa Soxurgen sa effect ng COVID-19. Patuloy din po yung, based sa presentation ninyo kanina, patuloy din yung pag-angat ng ating tourist arrivals. Ano pa po yung mga ginagawang hakbang ng DOT para mas makaengganyo pa tayo na mas maraming turista and then foreign visitors na rin?
Yes po. Sa ngayon po, isa po sa mga effective means of DOT na para ma-encourage pa mag-travel. Again, talagang dapat we have to be more resourceful in generating mga investments dito sa ating lugar to develop more tourism activities and experiences. Again po, our regional office po, kasama po natin si RD King at yung ating kapamilya sa ating pamunuan sa pambansang pamunuan po with Secretary Frasco ay nag-iisip din po. Like for example, ngayon po, we are again cooking. Tinatawag natin cooking, another activity to develop yung isang resources natin in Kidapawan City.
Okay.
Again, one of our medium is to expose our community na makita nila kung paano inoperate ng ibang lugar yung mga ganun yung tinatawag nating lakbay-aral natin.
Lakbay-aral, okay.
So again, kasama po natin yung mga major stakeholders natin doon sa lugar, private, including the private sectors natin to develop. We will also be expected to spread na siguro to the international market.
Yun tayo.
We will be, again, para ma-feel nila yung presence natin. And I think we are ready now with the program of the Philippine Experience of Secretary Frasco.
Yeah.
Nakikita na po tayo. So again, we have now sinasabi nating readiness, na sense of readiness na to go outside and spread and again, develop more markets, especially sa Southeast Asia na mga markets natin.
Speaking of readiness, sir, how ready is Region 12 to cater itong pagdami ng turista natin? Handa ba yung mga establishments natin? Yun po.
Ayun po. Isa din po yun sa mga indicators natin na talagang lumalago siya. It's because, again, tourism is a very, tawag nito, complex industry. So hindi lang siya ginagawa ng Department of Tourism or the LGUs. But this is the concerted efforts naman po. Isa din po siguro na we are becoming again, attractive to visit because of the people, no? Yung mga hospitality ng ating region. Isa sa mga nag-i-encourage talaga na pupunta sa ating region because we have that image na medyo, di ba, hindi masyadong maganda yung image natin. And they were surprised how friendly, no, and hospitable the people of Region 12 is.
Sir, may naobserbahan po kami tuwing nagkakaroon ng mga Trade and Travel Expo, meron pong nire-report na income generated or yung kita. Kanino po yung kita ito? Sa mga tour operators ba or doon sa mga MSMEs na kasama po natin?
Sige po. Kasi po, una-una po, we did that because, again, we are investing in the promotion. We are spending money in the promotion. Just for us to have a gauge na how effective yung ginagawa natin is to monitor yung direct outcome ng ating ginagawa. So, isa po sa mga sinasabi nating verifiable na indicators kung saan makita natin na ano is yung sales generated. So, yung mga participants kasi natin during sa mga activities na ganito are our private stakeholders and also our LGUs. So, namomonitor po natin magkano yung kinita nyo. Not to have a share, but of course to have some kind of monitoring na bawing-bawi tayo sa ating investments. Our investments here, and then that's also a gauge for us to continue and go further sa mga ganitong activities because we were able to gauge na bawi po tayo at bumalik po yung ating investment sa ating mga ginagawa.
Okay, thank you very much, ARD Armin Hautea. Sa oras pong ito, bigyan na natin ng panahon ng ating mga kasama sa media na nandito sa ating venue today. Sa ating pong mga media friends, please state your name and your station before you shoot your question. First question. Sige po. First question. Pakilala muna tayo.
Alright, good morning RD. RJ Umagaptiad from 90.5 Good Vibes Radio Coronadal. Ang tanong ko po nitong mga nakalipas na taon ay nagkaroon po tayo ng malakihang events tulad lamang po ng launching ng Dive Sox at saka Sox Moto Adventures. Ano po yung naiambag nito o naitulong sa ating turismo po dito sa Region 12?
Sige po. Kung mapansin po natin that happened before, and that time we are in a situation where we are recovering from the pandemic. So we just did something like, again, we would like to create a message to everyone that we are opening. So we need something like talaga yung parang sabing big bang opening. So we were able to launch up the dive, no, and launch again the motorism because of the big crowd ang motorism natin. And again, we succeeded in telling the people that the Region 12 is now safe to travel. So para bang, sige na, pumunta na kayo because we are now safe and ready with all those protocols na inihanda ng ating mga local government units natin to ensure safety ng ating mga turista.
Good morning, RD. Grace Torreta from NDBC. Ano-ano po yung mga objectives natin o layunin ng ating mga ginagawang capability building trainings sa ating mga LGUs?
Okay po. Isa po kasi talaga siya sa mga kumbaga key ingredients ng tourism is yung quality services. No? Hindi lang po talaga quality, but again, how we deliver that services, yung attitude natin towards quality or excellent services natin. That's why we have to capacitate yung ating mga industry players, especially yung mga nagtatrabaho sa ating mga facilities dito para mabigyan nila ng tamang serbisyo yung ating mga turista. So we have to train them from, housekeeping, tour guiding, and other trainings kung saan nagagamit nila yung kanilang skills in delivering excellent services sa ating mga turista. So by that, magkakaroon po ng sinasabi nating memorable experience, not only sa beauty ng ating mga tourist attractions, but also their experience sa hospitality ng ating mga residents dito sa Region 12.
Thank you very much. Next question.
Good morning po, RD. Nika Pama from DXKJ 92.5 FM, Radyo Rapido Coronadal. Ang tanong ko po, ano po ba ang mga update sa proposal po ng lahat ng mga local government units ay magkakaroon po ng mga permanenteng tourism officers?
Sige po. Okay po. Sa ating tourism, again, sa Tourism Act of 2009, nakasaad doon na the LGU na mayroon ng tinatawag nating significant tourism activities can create the position. So, it's good naman dito sa ating lugar. Ang dami na rin po mga LGUs natin that hindi lang talaga na-create yung position, but the office itself. Yung iba na, like Coronadal City and South Cotabato, department na po
may
yung tourism office na po talaga sila. And still, nasa pipeline programs na po sa ng ating LGUs because they already realize how important or significant tourism in their locality. No? Kasi starting lang po yun sa visit lang siya, but yung visit ng ating mga turista will create economic activities that will again stimulate local economic activities sa kanilang mga lugar. So they were able to realize na rin siguro the significance of tourism. That's why kahit po yung sinasabi nating designate lang, meron na po yung ating mga LGUs. No? And of course, our appreciation, no, because a lot of ating mga local government units are now, sabi natin, ginagawa na yung mga polisiya towards creating the position.
Okay, thank you. Next question.
Good morning, ARD Armin. Jen Robles from 1062 DXKI. Ang question ko po, ano po ang inyong masasabi para sa ating mga turista na nag-aalangan na pumunta dito sa Soc-Surgeon Region dahil umano sa peace and order concern po?
Okay po. Para sa ating mga bisita, kaya po ginawaan ng paraan ni Secretary Prasco na ma-open po yung mga least travel destinations natin through the Philippine Experience Program. And we succeeded on spreading the message that those images or imahe na naglalaro sa isipan ng ating mga turista at nagalabas ay panahon na yon, no? Nung unang araw, hindi naman natin sinasabing we are denying that. Nangyari na, and that's already history, and now we are transforming into becoming a tourism destinations. Ang payo ko lang po sa ating mga turista is that wag na tayong i-label doon sa mga insignificant na nangyayari. Yung tinatawag, anong term natin na tinatawag na hindi naman yan sa daily na nangyayari sa atin, but because medyo na media hype siya, coupled by their impression sa ating region, akala talaga nila at mga prejudice, akala talaga nila is talagang magulo tayo. That's why napakaganda po nung Philippine experience because they were open. No, sabi kanina na to see is to believe, to experience especially the hospitality of the people. So ang nagiging experience po ng mga participants natin talagang 360 degrees change of perception sa ating lugar. Nasabi talaga nila na babalik at babalik kami sa Region 12 because napaka-hospitable at napakaganda pala ng Region 12.
Okay, time check. Sakto alas 10. Last question. Sino po? Last question natin.
Magandang umaga po ARD and Sir Oliver. Bombo Mira Serbo po from Bombo Radio Coronadal. Ang aking katanungan po, ano pa po ang kailangang gawin ng mga LGU sa pag-develop at pag-promote ng kani-kanilang tourism sites and products? Maraming salamat po.
Napakagandang katanungan po. Okay, para sa ating mga local government units po. Napakagandang umpisahan po yung ating mga tawag nito, plano, yung ang ating mga gustong mangyari by the Tourism Development Plan. Ano po, sana lahat po naman because it is already an requirement for the SGLG, no, so by the administered by the Department of Interior and Local Government natin or the ILG, na dapat magkaroon na sila ng Tourism Development Plan so that their development agenda can be guided by that development plan. Hindi yung sabog kahit papaano sa papunta, but it is always leading towards creating economic or stimulating the local economic activities para magkaroon naman po ng chances yung ating mga community na maka-benefits doon sa tinatawag nating benefits doon sa tourism activities. So like livelihood and income. So dapat guided po tayo ng Tourism Development Plan. Nakasaad doon lahat ng ating mga polisiya, lahat ng gusto nating mga infrastructure development at mga produkto na dapat ating i-develop kung saan po yung mga produkto na nakakatawag ng pansin sa ating mga target markets. So napaka-importante na we have to start it with a development plan.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Pagbati po sa Department of Tourism Region 12. Palakpakan po natin sila. Okay, sa inyong mga nagawa, ginagawa at gagawin pa sa mga susunod na taon. Before we end, Sir Armin, ang huling mensahe po ninyo para sa ating pong lahat.
Okay po, of course, ang aming pasasalamat, our appreciation for the Philippine Information Agency for giving this venue for us to again communicate to everyone that here we are, the Department of Tourism, entrusted doon po na mag-regulate, mag-promote ng ating tourism industry, and that we are doing our best para ma-deliver po yung services by going out, by making our services more accessible sa ating mga stakeholders. That is our, sabi nating, adherence to the campaign ng Bagong Pilipinas that is making our services open to everyone. Wala po tayong tawag dito, pinipili, but our services is inclusive, again, leading towards Bagong Pilipinas. So maraming salamat sa ating stakeholders, both in private sectors natin, especially yung ating mga local government and line agencies, for supporting tourism as one major economic in Region 12. So magandang umaga sa lahat in behalf of our secretary, a very dynamic secretary, Cristina Garcia Frasco. And of course, wala man sa ngayon dito, pero alam ko nakatutok po siya at nakaantabay sa live stream. Our Regional Director, Nelia Arena, kami po ay nagpapaabot at sa team ng Department of Tourism, kami po ay nagpapaabot ng pasasalamat sa suporta na binigay po natin sa ating tourism industry.
Sir, meron po yatang video ang DOT before we end. Let's all watch this.
Welcome to Stock Surgeon. This is Region 12, a vast land tucked in the south-central Mindanao area composed of South Cotabato, Cotabato Province, Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani Province, and General Santos City, now popularly known as Soc-Surgen, or simply SOCS. Bounded by the highlands of northern Mindanao on the north, Davao region on the east, and the Great Celebes Sea on its southwestern coast, SOCS is a blessed land with flourishing vegetation and thriving marine life. More than a destination, SOCS is home to awe-inspiring indigenous culture and tradition, with direct link to Filipino identity. The region as a whole offers experiences where tourists can immerse, learn, and appreciate taste of the richness of our undying tradition throughout the generations. SOCS is the haven of living culture and tradition. Experience the stunning beauty and wonders of the region through its people. As a multiculturally diverse area, the contrasting differences and divergence in terms of language, tradition, and religion is what makes the region even more dazzling and flamboyant. From highlands to islands, you'll certainly never run out of destinations to explore in Soc-Surgen. Its mountains, rivers, lakes, and seas hold secrets from a distant past that is waiting to be discovered and to be shared to a marveling world. The distinct myriad of flora and fauna from every ridge to reef holds tremendous value and importance to the entire ecosystem. Get into your action shoes and discover the wild side of Soc-Surgen. Whether you want to soar high into the sky or dive deep beneath its waters, your kind of adventure is here.
Amazing people, which culture you'll be. Book your flight now with your family and friends. 'Cause unforgettable memories, you'll find it here in SOCS.
Experience various sea-based activities like never before. Explore several dive sites and marvel in its colossal array of rich marine biodiversity. Unwind and uncover countless and exciting ways to have fun while immersing yourself in an agri farm, ranch, or an aqua farm. Pay a visit to numerous industrial sites that helped shape the modern face of the region to what it is today. We may not be the first in mind as with the more popular destinations in the Philippines, but we surely believe you should come and discover us next. You've been to the mainstream attractions. It's time to experience something new. In a world where it seems there aren't many places left to discover, we are here waiting.
Memories, you find it here in SOCS.
In the video that you watch, we are trying to capture everything what is expected us. We are trying to capture everything what is in Soc-Surgen. But I think we encourage more that you will not just watch the video. You have to experience our tourism resources here in Region 12 for you to enjoy and again experience our hospitality.
Thank you very much sa ating guest, the DOT Region 12 Assistant Regional Director Armin Hautea. Isang palakpakan naman po para sa Department of Tourism. Sa ating mga manonood, Antabayanan po ninyo ang ating susunod na episode sa araw ng Martes sa ganito rin pong oras. Sinong departamento na naman kaya ang ating makakasama sa ating programa? Sa ngalan ni Presidential Communications Office Secretary Attorney Cheloy Garafil, PIA Director General Jose Torres Jr. at PIA 12 Regional Director Frian Abquilan, ako si Oliver Rivera at ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas.